Hey everyone, good morning and welcome to another video. Today I'm in this amazing tea gardens. I took the effort to get up early. It's not very early in fact. And today we'll talk a little bit about some advanced composition techniques. I even tried out few photos yesterday, so I'll be alternating between the photos which I take today and from yesterday. And we are going to move beyond basic composition techniques, say like rule of thirds, and I'll show you how to incorporate a lot of layers in your photo which will add interest. So let's dive in. So one of the first things which I want to talk about is adding a lot of layers in your photos. So try to choose some foreground, a middle ground and a background. I'm also going to show you some examples of a different scene which I clicked earlier in the morning. There was a lot of fog itself and it added a lot of interest in the photo. So as you can see, I'm again going to take another example photo. So I have a lot of these tea hedges here, and then I also have a lot of these tall trees in the middle, which is what I'll keep the composition. And then in the background, not sure if you can see that there are a lot of mountains as well. So those mountains will keep it in the background. So essentially, I'm creating 3 layers or even more in this composition, which is really going to add a lot of interest here. But my main focus is going to be on those trees. So let's shoot some example photos now. Earlier this morning, I captured some foggy scenes with layering in mind. In these shots, the fog became my middle layer, framed by tea gardens in the foreground and mountains in the background. That simple layering added so much depth and interest to the photos. So I'm little low on battery, so I'll try to make this very quick for today's session. But I'm also going to show you some sessions and the photos which I took yesterday. So one of the things which we really want to talk about is using diagonal lines, and I really like to use a lot of diagonals and even curvy lines in composition. So if you can see, there are a lot of curves in these hills of the tea garden. If you're into a lot of landscape photography, then look for those diagonal lines and curvy lines and try to make your composition in a way that those lines fall probably either half or even maybe 1/3 of your framing, which will add a lot of interest. So let's take an example photo and then I'll show you how the photo turns out to be. I took several other examples of using diagonal lines at different locations. Another technique I often use is adding a person or an object of interest. In this shot, my daughter, though far in the distance, added a beautiful point of focus. And this vehicle cutting through the sea of green tea plantation breaks the monotony and brings life to the frame. In another scene, which I shot at a different spot, the small bus stand nestled in the middle of the tea garden instantly draws your attention. So one of the really amazing techniques which you can do, especially in the nature photography, is using some natural framings. So if you can see behind me, I have these tall trees, which itself is giving me some kind of a framing to the composition. And I'm also using some depth, which is because of this path leading, which is really adding a lot of interest. Even though there is no particular subject which I am focusing, but still I'm able to create that depth in this field by adding some natural framings and also a leading line and leading path, which is really adding a lot of interest to my photography. So I have changed the scenery a bit and now I'm actually facing the sun. It's around 8 a.m. in the morning. In this scene, I wanted to show you how you can use both vertical and horizontal lines together in your composition. If you can see behind me, I have a lot of these trees, which is giving me a vertical composition, and also somehow the tea plants and also the hill there is giving me like a horizontal composition. In fact, I didn't even have to do much. The trees itself is adding a lot of element and a lot of interest in the composition because it's being placed in between those kind of leading lines as well as also the horizontal line. So I don't know, maybe let's click some examples and then I'll show you. So always remember, composition is not something where you have to follow the rules necessarily. Always about guiding the eyes and telling a story with your composition. So try to mix and match composition techniques and do what really is good for that particular photo. So I hope you like these advanced composition techniques and I was able to do some justice to this beautiful scenery here. So do you follow any techniques when doing landscape and nature photography? Do drop me a comment below and I will see you in another video. Till then, bye.